Hank, you can intro.
Well, welcome to the NGS podcast.
Fuck you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's just roll.
That's awesome.
Let's
We're
roll.
already rolling.
Okay.
All right.
I'm Hank, the millionaire genius of the podcast.
Damn.
I'm Kevin.
The what?
Yeah, what are you?
What's
I'm
your
the
subtitle?
guy, bro.
You're the POC.
Yeah, I'm the PSE. I keep us biracial.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Dylan, and they call me the Mario Genius.
God damn.
Yeah,
I'm
we don't even
Grayson.
need Wikipedia.
Oh, fuck you. I'm Grayson. I'm the gambling struggler. Not been doing too hot
I
lately.
think you're kind of a gambling poser.
What have been your last
I'm struggling.
What do you mean?
Gambling.
You don't actually gamble ever.
You're not like
Yeah, when-
down bad. Honestly.
When was the last time you opened a CS:GO case?
Like
Cisco
3 nights
casing-
ago.
It's only like halfway to gambling.
But you're not like at the point where you're like,
You know,
like
stocks.
fuck, right?
Stocks are not
Is
gambling.
CS:GO.
Well, kind of, but like not in the traditional
They're like
sense.
a, you know.
You're not actually like down as bad as like what gamblers would actually consider down bad.
Yeah, what was the last time
Not
you
yet.
like, you like
I'd say
regretted?
gambling is strictly putting up money, or like crypto, which is money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
crypto
Just
gambling.
fucking retarded. Or it's not, but like.
When was the last time you were like felt awful after gambling?
Last time I felt awful. If I like open more than okay. So here's the thing, I guess as last time I opened like 20 CS:GO cases, which was like a month or two ago.
20's a lot.
Yeah,
That is
like
a
you
lot.
hear
That's a lot.
like when I think of 20, I was like, oh, it's only 20. That's not that much. But then you like think, oh, that's like 4 cases of $10, so it's like $60.
Yeah.
And you pull fucking nothing. It's the worst feeling ever.
What was your best pull?
My best pull, probably like fucking purple at best.
I don't know.
I mean, you get fucking nothing.
Yeah, I hear that like the case odds are like 80% blues, which are like never
Yeah.
over $1.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's just like a brand new case, and maybe you get like $1.35 for factoring your stat check and still lose money. So
Would you ever gamble on like a CS:GO betting website?
yeah, I've thought about
Have you?
it.
I used
No.
to be in that.
I know there's a new.
That
I
doesn't
think
even make sense anymore with crypto gambling.
Yeah.
well, there's
Isn't
like
it just a workaround for
people like bet on pro
Yeah.
games that I thought about. I might actually do in this next few
Oh,
months.
sports
I was
betting.
just thinking of like the CS:GO websites where they like flip a coin and is it terrorist
those-
or counter terrorist?
No, those are sick, bro.
No.
I love just like dumb luck gambling. Like that's my favorite
Yeah.
kind. Just
Yeah,
fucking,
just
just
like the
bullshit.
retarded-
I was a CS:GO Empire guy for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I worked like $10 into $100, and then I
my
lost
God.
in one night.
How did you lose it in one night?
I just kept like telling myself like I lost like $10 and I wanted to get back to 100, so I just kept betting to like get back to 100. I just lost a bunch of times in a row.
Yeah.
Dylan, what's
that's-
that? What's
that's
that
the
one
key.
you use that just like is like a random chance for like a skin, but it's free?
Oh, bet refs
Betree?
or Betree.
Betree.
It's like 99.995% chance to get nothing, and I did
So
the
it's just ad revenue, right? Because
Yeah,
you
pretty
like
much.
you have to click
There's
on
like
like
a bunch of
200
ads,
times to
yeah.
get it. Yeah.
Mhm.
and I did the calculations. You can open the case once per 24 hours. And if you did that, like every 24 hours on the dot, it would take you 14 years on average to get a skin, and you'd probably just get like a $25
Yeah,
skin. You
isn't the
wouldn't even
best
get a
one
good
you can get like $40 off?
No,
that
the
site?
best one is like a $300 Karambit or $500 or something.
Yeah.
But it's like
That's
that.
not
That is like
awful.
extraordinarily unlikely.
Yeah,
You
that's
probably
like a
just you probably just get the
.0001.
$25 skin.
That
Yeah.
website, like, it's so simple, but it's also so smart at the same time.
Yeah,
It
I
is,
mean,
Like,
yeah.
they probably make so
Yeah.
much money just off like this, do like 2 ads and a bet refs.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like
Fucking
damn.
Yeah.
what do you-
That is
what
very
do you
smart,
do?
And they have like
'Cause
sponsors and
You're
shit.
honestly not really taking advantage of anyone either way.
No, I mean,
Because
Yeah,
they're not
it's
losing
free.
anything, really.
Yeah, and the nice thing about websites is the ads are always like on the side, so a lot of times you don't
Well,
even have
not
to, like,
always. Pop-up ads are honestly gone though. Well, not really. Kind
We
of.
play like mobile games.
Yeah.
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 Mobile games are unholy.
You have to
With
fucking turn off
They
your
don't care at all.
Wi-Fi and service to fucking play them.
even
guys-
like
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Do you guys
That
play
is
a lot
the
of mobile
ultimate
games?
stress.
Yes.
No, not really.
I love mobile games.
What's your
I had
favorite
a-
mobile game?
I
all
quite, I quite enjoy. There's a few good Picross apps that I dabble in for a while. I don't remember what it was called.
That's the kind of mobile games that make sense because those are like newspaper games.
Yeah, but you also have like the cheap mobile games. It's like, oh, drop the ball down this hole and like move one thing, and after like 20 levels, that like they all just keep repeating, and they never get more than like using 2 fucking brain cells of power to fucking figure out.
I don't know why you would play games on your phone when you can look at Twitter. The stakes are way higher. You can get angry. You can you get sad. I don't
Grayson,
know.
you play a lot of gotcha games though, don't you?
I love gotcha games.
What is the appeal of the
I
gotcha
kind of
games
like
for
don't
you?
understand what a gotcha game is.
A gotcha game is just essentially a character collector, right? Where you gather this in-game currency from playing the game, and you basically spend it to have a chance to pull better characters, and that's all it is. They are, I find them pretty addicting. Obviously, you can put money into, people spend millions of dollars on these games.
The whales.
Is it
per
worth
se.
the money?
Depends.
Do they make it
Well,
worth your
if your
while?
brain, if it like they get your brain fucking tapped in
It
correctly,
really
that's worth
depends.
it to you.
I have one that it's 120 polls for a guaranteed 5-star, which is the highest. Most of the time.
Wait, so the game is just having things, right? It's just collecting
Yes.
them.
But there's always a level of like there's a story mode, there's side missions, there's events to get more and more stuff.
So
and
you're
it's
building
always,
like a team usually. Right?
yeah, you're building a team or characters to progress, and some of them have good summon rates that make it worth it. Some are like spend $200 to have like a 10% chance to pull a 5-star.
Yeah, I think that the way that they really get you with the gotcha games is there can be like a person who's like they're like, I'm gonna play this gotcha game and I'm not gonna spend any money, and they could have that mindset, but then they get the summer event and they really want the summer bikini outfit.
This sounds like
And-
more of a story than a
No, no.
hypothetical.
No, it's not. But like. But
that was, like, technically me.
they're like, I really want this summer outfit character, and I'm out of polls, and
most
I have to put in
most
money.
important detail is all of the characters are like hentai girls generally, right?
Yeah, this
Those are the
this
bad
actually
ones.
this actually
That's
did.
how you can tell they're fucking shit.
Actually, now that I think about it, this did happen to me when Mario Kart Tour.
I was thinking about it.
Mario Kart Tour. They came out with this is. I would have gone crazy for Funky Kong when he came out, but I stopped playing that game.
No, but that's
at
the
that
best.
point.
Mario Kart 2 is the
but-
best gotcha game because it's all game, no got. Well, no, it's mostly game,
There's a little
partly
bit gotcha. I
gotcha.
spent money to get dry Bowsers.
Yeah, I really wanted the King Boo, the Luigi's Mansion King Boo, and I spent like $20
I would say-
and I didn't
Damn.
get him. I was so sad.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I would say Mario Kart Tour was 70% game, 30% gotcha.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it's a good one. That's how they should.
That game was so funny when everyone was just playing it for a while, and everyone just realized they were playing against computers, and
Ever since
it's like
computer-
insane.
Like people you wouldn't expect to play that game are playing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would-
It was
Out
like
of left
Pokemon
field.
Go.
I would be like in class and I'd just see like a random girl in front of me just playing Mario Kart Tour, and I'm like, wow, it's insane.
It was
If that game had
Well-
multiplayer on release date, it would have been so much better.
All
Yeah, it
Nintendo
was.
things are so like ubiquitous. Everyone kind of like subconsciously enjoys, at least knows what they are. So
Yeah.
like when they like come up with a mobile game, you can just download it. It's like
Yeah.
especially Mario
game
Kart.
over.
Yeah, everyone loves Mario Kart.
You kind of know what you're getting into also for
Yeah,
like a
you
Nintendo
know.
game.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like Mario Kart Tour was an incredibly accessible gacha game, but
So back on the gotcha thing, what's your most like longest played gotcha game, and what makes it stand out from other gotcha games?
what my longest played was Fire Emblem Heroes. I
Don't you use BlueStacks to like fucking have
alt
multiple
accounts.
accounts?
Yes.
You
My
have
God.
multiple accounts for the same
Some
gotcha
games.
game.
Do you like trade them or like is it just
Why
so
is
you
that?
can-
Why is that satisfying?
All right. So I mean, to a certain extent, right? It gets addicting, right? Getting these things and pulling and then getting a character, it feels fucking great. And so having these other accounts, especially in these better designed games, where it takes more strategy to pull, it's nice to get different characters. And when obviously it's a daily thing. There's daily resets, different things happen. It's nice to have multiple accounts to play on. Back to Kevin's question. My longest played gotcha game is Fire Emblem Heroes, which I played since launch, which was 4 or 5 years ago. And I just played that game because of the accessibility. It was my first one. I was into Fire Emblem Heroes or I guess the Fire Emblem franchise beforehand. And then getting into that, it was just easy. As it stands out, it's not great. It's really the one that kind of has that Fire Emblem sense of gameplay to a certain extent. But they all have their issues. They all have their issues. The best one I've ever played, hands down, is one called Epic 7, which just has the best designed systems.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
I mean-
But I actually do remember when Fire Emblem Heroes first came out, and I thought it was just gonna be like a cool Fire Emblem app that I could play whenever I want. And then I realized that it was like a not real Fire Emblem game. It's just like a shitty Fire Emblem game that you can like buy waifus, and I'm just like, I hate this so much. I'm deleting this.
But there's like combat in it, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of different modes and gameplay styles that it has.
Do you still play that game?
Yeah. Every day.
Do you have like a single pull that you stands out to you?
A single poll?
Yeah, that you like freaked out over. Do you have like a top tier millionaire item?
I mean, there's like character, like the thing about gacha games is power creep, and every new character that comes out has to be more overpowered than the last, and some games are horrific with how they do it, based on polls, trying to get as much money out of the consumer as they possibly can. Fire Emblem Heroes is one of the ones that I'm completely free to play on, or most of them I am, and just getting anything good in that game feels good. I mean, they release, like 8 new characters every single month usually, on average. So you can get lucky, get 2 characters in within 5 polls, which is pretty good with a 3% chance. But as a specific poll, I mean, new characters come out so often and you can pull so much, it's hard for them to stand out at that point.
How much money would I have to spend to get to where you are right now?
Oh shit!
Yeah, what's the like monetized equivalent of your
How much is your account worth if you were to sell it to
I mean,
Mr. Nintendo?
That's a hard question because not a lot of my characters are built especially high. If you wanted to get where I am, like I have probably 85 stars. I mean, easily thousands of dollars. But like if I wanted to sell my account, it wouldn't. There's no way it would go over.
Because people don't buy it for the progress; they play it for the progress.
Most people, if you do buy it for the progress, is having certain characters that are high level. Because certain characters
people
seasonal,
sell accounts. This is the thing that
probably
happens?
yes. People definitely sell accounts.
That's crazy.
But they would base it on how strong it are, and because certain characters you can only get at certain times. It's how much you can get for that certain character. Right, so in order to get a fully maxed out character, you have to pull that character 11 times. Which
Jesus, bro.
Oh my god.
So
that's insane.
In that game, obviously other games it's different, and that raises your thing. And like the most I've pulled of a good 5-star character is like 3 of them. So those are characters you can get at all times, just chance, and so it kind of goes more on that.
So how much money do you think it would cost to if you wanted to, if there's say there's a summer event going on,
yeah,
and you're like,
right now.
back to the summer bikini event. You're like, I really like this summer event 5-star character, and I want to max them out. How much money do you think that would take?
I mean, of course, it depends on how lucky you are. On average, probably in $500 to $1,000.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Just to but for that game only, right? There's other games where I would say probably a few $1,000s to get to that point, just depending on how well they make it and how the transactions are.
And plenty of people probably do that, right?
Yeah, there are people. I mean, I've obviously, because I play these games, I watch other people play these games, and on ones that are better at it, you see them come out and people will drop a few $1,000s, which they get plenty back from fucking how popular they can become on YouTube or Twitch, and they can do that, and they spend a lot of money, and that's...
Do you watch people play gacha games?
I will.
Really? That's insane.
Like $1,000 pulls kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to think you're better than gacha games, but when you really get down to it, if you zoom out from your perspective as someone who plays video games at all, all of it is just a waste of time. So
I mean, yeah.
Someone playing Skyrim really isn't any better than someone playing a gacha game. If you think so.
To a certain extent, you can argue if you spend money, you can argue
minus the
better.
minus the microtransactions. I honestly think the breakdown's the same.
No, I mean, yeah.
It's just you're just wasting
They're
your time.
time wasters, yes.
And I say that as someone who enjoys wasting a lot of time in video games. You just gotta look at it objectively. It's all the same.
Yeah,
same difference.
You're a guy who plays Roblox Lumberjack type.
Okay. No, I might have some dark eras where I go back to Roblox Lumber Tycoon.
I love that game.
It's kind of like being wrapped up in a warm blanket, I feel safe.
And you were a Fire Emblem fan before the gacha game, right?
Yes.
So
that's what got me into it.
You're all up in that.
Yeah.
What was your first Fire Emblem game?
Birthright?
What?
Birthright?
Birthright? Is that a 3DS game?
That was the first 3DS. No, second 3DS
Israel game.
I played a Fire Emblem Awakening because my older brother played it, and then I was like, this game is awesome.
I played that next.
You played it?
I love those.
What was your first DS game? Do you guys remember?
DS? I don't know.
Super Mario 3D Land.
Mine was Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got 3DS for. I never had a DS.
Mine was Pokemon Pearl.
Really?
Oh, are you talking about
That's
DS or
crap.
3DS?
DS.
Oh, DS game?
I never owned a DS.
It was Mario versus Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem. I remember when me and my brothers got a DS. I think my aunt got us a DS's, and she got each of us different games. And I was the only one who got like an actual Nintendo game, and my brother just got like shitty ass like monster truck racing.
Monster truck.
And I got Mario versus Donkey Kong, and I love that game so much.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It was like the mini robot games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like drag the touchscreen and make them walk across.
I had that game, and then it went missing mysteriously in my house for 4 years until me and my brother were at our cousin's house. And we fucking found it because she had stolen it from us and kept it for 4 years and never told us. It was so dirty. It was so dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, that was back. I mean, but that was so long ago that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a real window to the soul. Don't trust that cousin. That's your evil cousin, bro.
Dude, I mean, it sucked, but I mean, at that point, I had played it for like. I got it back and I played it for like 10 minutes. It was like, damn. And I haven't touched it since.
Yeah.
So I guess I can't hold that big of a grudge, but.
What's the video game you're most excited to get ever? Like throughout your life?
I know.
I know.
Really?
Mine is 100% Super Mario Maker.
That's Super Mario.
I was so excited. It came out on 9/11/2015.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
That's crazy.
I was so excited.
We'll talk about that.
Another one I was really excited for was New Super Mario Bros. 2 because I like saw a commercial for it on YouTube, and then I was just like a little kid, and I'm like, oh my god, when does this come out? And it said tomorrow, and then I just kept saying like New Super Mario Bros. 2, and then like I wake up and I'm like, Grandma, let's go to Target and get New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Dude, that's real crazy. I think the only one I can say was like Pokemon Heart Gold because it was the first like game I ever saved up for. Even though it was only like $20 used at GameStop, I remember saving up for it for like 2 weeks when I was like, like 10, and then getting it and fucking being incredibly happy. But that was.
Mine was
wow.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I love Brawl.
Brawl?
Yeah.
That game.
Because I played at like a friend's house and I just didn't own it myself. I really wanted it for
that's
a
interesting.
long ass time.
Did you have a Wii before that, or?
Yeah, I had a Wii. I just didn't have Brawl. I had like 3 games on my Wii.
Were they awesome?
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember going to your house and you just had like no games, and I'm like, wow, I have so many games like Wii Ski. You don't have Wii Ski.
No, yeah, I had like I played a lot of like Sword Fight or whatever. Not Sword Fight. What's it called? Like boxing on the fucking.
Like Wii boxing.
Wii Sports
Wii
boxing.
Sports boxing.
Oh.
Like, do you know what the most game is excited for?
I don't know, man. I have to reach deep into my soul.
I feel like you've been gaming for a while from what I've heard.
What do you mean?
Like, if I think back to when I started playing games, like, my family, like, had a Wii that I used to play, like, Rabbids on. But, like, I only, like, really started getting into games in, like, when Pokemon X and Y came out. That was, like, the first, like, my game, right?
I don't know. I'd probably Smash 4, I guess. I live, like, a weirdly gaming-centric life, but I, like... The amount of time I spend playing video games is very slim, actually.
So you'd say you were more excited about Smash 4 than Smash Ultimate?
Yeah. I don't know. I think when you're younger, that's definitely a big element.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't think I don't know. Portal 2. I don't know if I remember being excited for it or if it just like. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think I do remember being pretty hyped for that. I don't know. It was probably Smash 4. It was either Portal 2 or Smash 4, probably.
Really?
What I was gonna say is I was gonna move on to a topic about first games I've played, and I remember there were three big ones. They were all on the Wii. I played Wii Sports, obviously, because that came with the Wii. I played Lego Star Wars, and I played New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And those are the big 3, but there is also a secret contender, the B-movie video game, where I would like walk around as Barry B. Benson, and I'd get in the car, and I'd be like, I have no idea how to drive, how does this work? And my dad would be like, give me that, you're so stupid, I know how to drive this B car.
Dude, that's crazy. That I'm just trying to think of like that. Just remember like fucked up games that I have, like Madagascar, like Madagascar 2, the video game. It's like something I've played like for 10 minutes. I don't know why I fucking own it, but it's just like such a fucked up. Every time I look at like my Wii collection, I see it, and I have no clue where it came from.
The thing is like about those like fucked up like movie kids games is like kids can just get like so excited about the concept of video game they're just so like tapped in. They're like I don't care if Eminem's kart racing. I love it. You know what? That's kind of a niche example. Maybe you love Eminem so much that,
especially if it's like a movie that you watch, you're like, oh my god! Not only is it a video game, but I know it, right?
Bro, if there was a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Nintendo Wii game, bro,
The chocolate.
things
sure
would have
there
been
is.
different for me.
There definitely is. There's no way there
No,
isn't.
no way. No chance.
Really?
Nope.
I give it like 50-50.
All
If
right.
I may be honest.
I think, sorry, did you have something to say?
Did you guys play Club Penguin at all?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I only played the
I was
card
deep
wizard
in the
game
Club
though.
Penguin.
That's all I
You
did.
played Wizard 101?
No, the card gaming Club
Oh.
Penguin. What was it? Card
The
wizard
dojo?
game? Yeah, that's all I did.
The dojo.
Me and my
was
brother
sick.
would get on Club Penguin for like hours, and that's all we
Did
fucking
you play when like the Fire Dojo came out?
Uh huh.
That shit was so hype.
That was-
Ice
I mean-
Dojo, like the board.
Yeah, it was insane. I don't
That
know
was
why
nice
that's
and cool.
the only thing we did, but fuck. It was so
That
fucking
probably wasn't the most
cool.
fun part of Club
I
Penguin.
remember the
Easily.
only like type of online type games I played that were like that. I played Animal Jam and I played Webkins, and I loved Webkins so much because you get a little stuffed
Webkins.
animal every time, and you get to register them and make their awesome room. And
That is the most evil businessman concept ever. Like,
it's
what
it's
if we-
actually it's pretty
well,
cool for a kid.
Yeah.
It is very cool, but like if you think about the mod, like as like an adult businessman, you're like, okay, what if we combined microtransactions into real?
Just what amiibos are.
I guess.
Did you
I
did you
suppose.
go to Webkins Club?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Our elementary
sick.
school, me and Kevin's elementary school, Hank's also when he came in a little bit late, but our
I was
elementary
too late
school
for
every
Webkins Club, but
every Wednesday they'd have a Webkins club at like certain times of the year, and basically the start would be your parents would sign you up, and then they'd everyone would get the same Webkins, and then you just play Webkins all day, and it's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
sick, dude.
And even the teacher was playing Webkins, playing the
And we'd have,
shitty ass Webkins.
dude, you know
minigames.
when you catch the teacher playing Webkins, things are upside down.
We'd have like class parties at people's like houses and shit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
My God.
My Webkins names were so like dog shit, dude. I had to just name them like Gorilla.
Gorilla.
I had a deer named No Name. Like I was such a shitter.
That's kind of a window.
Oh,
in your-
okay. I remember
your soul.
my best Webkins names. I had there is a specific there's like a bunch of like dogs that like had like different designs. So it'd be like the candy cane dog, the lucky clover dog. So the candy cane dog, I named him Peppermint Puppy. Then I got the clover dog, Peppermint Puppy 2. The rainbow dog, Peppermint Puppy 3.
Oh my God.
The car dog, Peppermint Puppy
Dude,
4.
fucking, you were ripping out bangers left and right, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I
some
couldn't be
next level
stopped.
shit.
Was it? Really good.
Yeah, I think I only ever bought like my parents only ever bought me like 2 Webkins. I think the Webkins was mostly my sister's domain. Like I would just share her account with her. But I don't know. I think I might have not registered it. I had unregistered Webkins, bro.
I think I missed out on the Webkins craze because I like never had a family computer growing up. Like my dad had like a work computer,
Oh,
but like I never had a family
so there was
computer.
nary a chance to play Webkins.
Yeah, like I had a Wii and that was it, and I would play like games on my parents' phone.
games on
And
my
like,
phone.
yeah,
Doodle Jump.
When we were-
What was back? That was probably
Cut
what
the Rope.
2010.
Fuck, Cut the
the Rope.
Rope,
Yeah, I played Cut the
Dragon
Rope.
Vale.
Angry Birds.
Dragon
Angry
Vale was like,
Birds.
sick.
I love Dragon Vale.
Dragon
That's
Vale.
such a good
Dragon Vale?
game.
Isn't that like 2014? That's like way
It's
past
still,
our
people
time.
still play it, bro. I know people who
Dragon
play
Vale?
Dragon Vale. Yeah.
I had a
Oh,
I had a
Dragon
surge-
Vale.
What the fuck
Yeah,
were
the
you
fucking-
thinking of?
I was thinking of Best Fiends for some reason.
Wait, what is Dragon Vale? I don't think of.
It's like
I
a-
don't
it's like-
recognize it.
It's
It's
just like,
like
you grow like you like get by like habitats
You're on like a
and buy
huge
dragons
island, and you like
yeah they're
make
floating
habitats.
islands
Yeah, the floating islands.
and you like breed
them.
dragons. You gotta get like the rare one like.
I
gives
got
you
a
more
super
money.
rare moon dragon once. That's
Dude.
just like a random breed.
Those you can
So-
get in the first 20 minutes of playing. Now
Now you
started,
can't- oh, now-
I
now
started
you
playing
can't.
it again like
Yeah.
a few months ago for like 1 month, and you can get moon, sun, fucking double moon, all that shit in like a few days.
Back then, that was like so hype.
Yeah, but back then it was like it was gold, dude.
If you had a moon dragon or a sun dragon, you were the shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
For
Those
real.
are the good old days. I only wish we were
And
back there
The
still.
PvP arena and shit.
PvP? Fuck, were there PvP in that
You
game?
had to like unlock it. It was like way later.
Fuck. I remember
Damn.
like
It
the
was like a
race
3-on-3
course.
format.
I remember like the
Dragons.
race. Are you sure you're not thinking of what the fuck was that other game?
No, I'm thinking of Dragon Vale.
Oh
We're
my.
talking about Moon Dragon, bro.
No, nah. My other boy isn't here. He'll be here next time. Yeah, Luke isn't here.
Oh yeah, there's a missing
But
man.
I know what game. There's another Dragon game. I'm thinking of Dragon Vale.
Me and Luke used to play this one. Fuck, Monster Legends.
No.
You guys ever played that? It was like a fucking Dragonville ripoff.
That sounds
That's
discounted.
the one. I
fucking
think that's the one with the Mr. Beast dragon.
Yeah, it is. There's a Mr.
Wait, is
Beast
it actually?
shit. Yes,
That's
it is.
kind of guessing.
It is. We got so into that game.
Did you
and
go
then-
back to your old account to buy the Mr. Beast drink?
No, it's lost. Our school used to give out iPads, and we played it on that.
Like in elementary school?
No, that was in middle school.
Oh shit.
And we had another friend that played it that got better than us. And we got so fucking pissed at him that we stopped playing and bullied him for being.
Why would you be mad at him? That game's not even competitive.
I don't even remember. It was
You guys were just so salty.
it was us two and then two other guys, including the one guy we got mad at. That we were in a guild or something, and we were we thought we were the shit, and we got better, and we got so fucking pissed.
We
at
should
him.
play that game, dude.
We should. It's like Dragonville, but there's real time PvP and fucking a story mode. You using battle. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some good memories there, to say the least.
For real.
You know, you had a good dragon breeding in Dragonville when it would take 3 days to hatch.
Yeah, it takes 3.
You'd see that and you'd be like, let's
something's
fuck.
cooking.
Let's fuck.
Yeah,
go.
dude.
I think
so hard.
I don't think I've ever downloaded that game. I've seen it played though.
You haven't?
It looked pretty good.
I played it on 4 different occasions for a
Yeah.
month or 2.
Mm-hmm. It's ever since my base, you'd fucking oh, that game. You download, you play it for a month, and you're like, damn, and then delete it.
You unlock new islands and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only mobile game I've ever truly loved was I guess 2009 to I don't know 2013. I was a Doodle Jump fan.
Doodle
That was my shit.
2009, 4 years on Doodle Jump.
Yeah,
Well, no, it was on and off. You know,
I guess that's
me and
fair.
Doodle Jump weren't too tight. But about 2 years ago, I started playing Puzzle Forge, which is a Tetris clone where you're fucking you're a blacksmith and it's not it's not like Tetris. It's Bejeweled.
Oh, I
but
love
you make I don't know, man. It's a puzzle game where you have to create tools by putting down materials and then combining them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty good though. Puzzle Forge 2. Those are my only two
Alright.
mobile games I've ever
Free
truly
cloud?
loved.
Doodle Jump's a certified download on
I would-
Doodle
for
Jump
real.
costs money now.
Do
though.
they have it still?
Yeah,
Does it still
you have to
I thought
pay
there's a free
$5.
versions though.
There's a free light version that has ads every 4 seconds and fucking sucks my penis.
I would say that my favorite mobile game of all time is it's kind of a cop out, but not really. It's Minecraft Pocket Edition.
Minecraft.
That's such a cop out.
I know.
That's
Okay,
a
but I
DQ.
have my reasons. I have my reasons.
Okay.
I played it. I remember playing it on my Kindle Fire back in the day, and I had so much fun just
Classic.
local going into my brother's creative server, just looking at what he built, and then I show him what I built. I built this giant cobblestone tower. Isn't this awesome? And
Did he bully you?
no,
He's
we
fuck
were
you.
awesome.
No.
And I built this giant airship in the sky.
I thought you
It's
would have been
awesome.
a Minecraft Xbox 360 family.
I actually did really like that. I had when me and my brothers were just little kids, we just walk up to these neighbors' house every day, pretty much, and then sometimes we'd go into their basement, play some games, and they had Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. I'm Minecraft on the TV. This is so cool.
Minecraft Xbox 360 had pretty good vibes. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I
I
played it for a
did.
little bit. With
It was
one of my friends.
inferior to the Java edition that I played, but it was it was more a Minecraft for a Halo player. You
That's
could say.
true.
Were you ever a controller guy? Ever?
I've never been a
Never.
controller guy, except for Nintendo games, I guess. Because I guess the majority of time I've spent gaming is on a computer.
Yeah.
But I guess some of the most significant have been Nintendo games.
But have you ever bought a game on Steam that's oh, it's working when you play with the controller? and you keep
Yeah,
hooking
I
up?
guess but those are kind of Nintendo adjacent, Celeste, that one platformer game.
Yeah.
But unless it's a platformer, I really just use a computer every time.
Damn.
I tried to play Cuphead with a keyboard when I first played it because I was just so keyboard tapped in, you know.
Yeah. There are just certain games I've played that I suck fucking dog shit, and then I switch to controller and it's way fucking.
Do you have the
easier.
controller brain a little bit?
I mean, again, it depends on if a game's recommended to play controller, I find it way easier to play. But
Yeah.
I play a lot of games.
Almost
that
no
don't,
games
and
are
it's
recommended controller. That's just Cuphead.
I find
I
a
would-
ton that are. I
would
mean,
say
what?
that
Souls-like games. Most Souls-like games
Okay.
are. I find a
that
lot.
makes sense.
That's true.
Like a lot of platforms and shit like
suppose.
that.
Shit.
Yeah, it was designed for a controller.
Yeah.
I would say that I'm pretty controller brain, as in the fact that I use many different controllers for a lot of different games.
Really?
For most of the Switch games, I'd use the Switch Pro controller, but for specifically Mario Maker, I use the Wii U Pro Controller because the Switch Pro Controller's
That's a
D-pad
great
is
controller.
so ass. It is a really good controller.
That's kind of a back alley pick, but
Can you
it's
like
good.
hook that up to like your computer, or
It's
do you have to have like an
Bluetooth, right?
adapter?
I
Or,
don't know.
I don't know.
But,
Or I guess if it has a USB, you could. I just
There's
need to
also
find
for Mario Kart Wii, I use the Wii Classic controller because I don't know, I just like how it feels. And
You don't use
playing
tilt
Mario Kart
controls?
Wii. Nah, that shit sucks.
Kevin, you've got the most controller brain because like you played FPSs.
Yeah.
Like you played COD when you were like 6 on the Xbox,
Yeah.
right? Which gave you the
Play
controller's
CS:GO
brain.
with the controller.
I've only
People do that.
I mean, I
do.
don't really play any FPS until I was like 13, I guess. Played CS:GO. I mean, I played Halo at my friends' houses, but I would just like
Yeah.
fucking be shit and be bad.
I mean, I didn't get into FPS. I was like my CS:GO like 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
I would just play
Yeah.
like, as you said, Halo at like my friend's house when I was like fucking 10.
Everyone's got a little bit of Halo experience under their belt,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Halo really died out. I mean, I think if you were even, we're really the edge of Halo kids.
Yeah, I think we
at our
we
age.
just missed.
Like
Or at
if
least
you
I
were,
just
if
missed
you were
it.
like what, like 2 years younger than us, let's say.
Or I guess I was sheltered from it.
If you were 2 or 3 years younger than us, you would have never fucking played Halo at all.
I never
Yeah.
played Halo.
Yeah,
Really?
No, my dad was like a Call of Duty genius, so I just played what he played.
The only Halo experience I have is, like I said before, I went to my neighbor's house and go into their basement, and I remember playing Halo. We were just like, it wasn't even like multiplayer or anything. We were just like in this like giant map where there's like a garage with a few cars, and you drive them around and then jump really high and then jump off the map, and then
Yeah.
I'm like,
Damn.
wow, this is awesome.
I think at the right time I could have been a Halo guy. Like what like the youngest true Halo guys are what, like 20 now?
Probably, yeah.
And we're all like 17. So
Mm-hmm.
we missed out on we were the Halo little brothers.
Yeah.
That's our generation.
Well, it also depends because like I feel like 20-year-old people right now are like the Halo 3 people, and they're probably like
Well,
30
no,
years
Halo
old.
3 people are like 24, 25. They're old as fuck.
Like, I don't know
Well,
what
there-
Halo games
yeah,
come out.
it really depends on the Halos because
Yeah.
I remember Smosh. Ian, I remember him telling a story about him getting like the first Halo when he was like a teenager, and I don't know how old he is. He's probably like 70 right
Yeah.
now.
What?
You know?
What Halo was like the red versus blue shit?
Two?
I have no
Is that 1 or
clue.
2? It's probably
Wait,
one.
no, what was
It's
that
all
super
of them.
popular Halo game? Like the
Halo 3?
story mode that everybody loved? I thought it was like Halo
Wait.
like
Yeah,
Halo,
Halo
like a
Infinite.
different
Halo
thing.
Infinite, isn't it?
That's
We-
Halo Reach?
People are probably getting so
Yeah.
mad
Halo
right now.
Reach.
Listeners
I think I
know
played.
nothing about
I think
Halo.
Halo Reach was like
was
the
the one I played.
only one I
Yeah,
ever
sounds
played.
I might be wrong.
Here's the Halo generational breakdown, okay? So 21-year-olds right now, they're the Halo 3 little brothers. So they're playing Halo 4, like Halo 4 and Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then,
Halo Infinite is here now.
He-
When it comes,
Halo
well, isn't there
Infinite-
isn't there
No,
like
yeah,
Halo Reach.
Collection.
no, Halo Reach, yes,
Yeah.
sorry. Not Halo Infinite. That's not even out
Halo
yet.
Reach is
Yeah.
a remake, right?
Is it? I have no
Reach.
idea.
So yeah,
No,
20,
it's not a
21-year-olds,
game.
they're like Halo, they're the Halo 3 little brothers. They're playing, I just said that. So people probably like 25, they're playing Halo 3.
Yeah.
Then us, we're just getting a taste of Halo from the back end of Halo 4.
That's true.
Because Halo 4 came out, it was like, wasn't that an Xbox One launch title?
Yeah.
So that was
I think so.
2012 or
I think
something.
so.
2012?
Yeah.
So yeah, we were not very old.
Has any like Halo games like really dropped the ball? Like I don't know anything about
4,
Halo.
kind of? People didn't like 4.
Like I know like
Yeah.
COD, it's like every other game people are like this is dog shit, right? Or like
Well,
COD people
every
argue,
COD person.
There
just,
are
like, blend
there are
fucking
3
together.
good COD games, right?
COD 2.
It was like
is the
Cold-
best
was it
COD.
Cold War?
Black
Codbo,
Ops 2 is the
Codbo
best
2,
one.
Codbo 3, Codbo 4.
I don't know.
Codbo 2 is the best COD ever.
I like have
Yeah,
one
for
friend
real.
that I used to play like a little bit of like COD with, but I've never been into.
You played Warzone a little bit down?
I played Warzone with my brother for like maybe like 4 hours at most.
I know it's like a meme, but this file size for Warzone is so large that it's like it's really like an issue.
It's like not worth
Yeah.
it.
Like it's not worth keeping on your computer unless
Isn't it
you're
like
like a
90
Warzone guy.
gigabytes or something?
Yeah, it's
500.
fucking.
500?
Wait, is that like?
No, I know it's not like 60.
It's at least 100. It's at least 100.
I don't
Hold up,
remember.
hold up.
I used to have it
All right, guys,
installed.
get
I don't
ready to
anymore.
brace yourself for the clacking sounds.
I missed the Warzone like hype, kind of. I was a Fortnite billionaire for
The
too
Gulag?
long.
The Gulag is such an awesome concept.
Yeah.
I like to like get in on games early, kind of. If I like really want to.
What was that? Remember?
133 if you have Modern Warfare installed.
I don't.
Oh, it's just the update.
Oh.
Wait.
It's fucked up. What was fucking Kevin, do you remember during the Game Awards when we were watching it, there was that really fucked up like Fall Guys like game that came out that had like skins where like we're gonna get into this. And, like, you
Blancos Party?
Yeah, like Blanco's Block Party.
Blanco. We should check up on that game, bro.
It's like 200 as of April.
Blancos, I was like considering
insane.
investing.
But then like you couldn't like resell
You can't
your skins.
resell them.
So it's like
the idea
Fortnite.
is just that you
Wait, hold
don't
on.
have
Can you
it.
guys run that back? What are you talking about?
So we were watching the Game Awards, and there's this announcement, or not? It was
Wait,
already
what?
announced.
Like there were like
a while
what?
ago.
Like,
Like 2 months
no,
ago?
not. It was at Game Awards. It was fucking
was,
the big
E3.
game. Yeah,
E3.
E3.
And there's this game called Blanco's Block Party. And basically, it's like the idea of it is that it's like a Roblox-esque like world you go into with your character, right?
Was it? I
But
don't fucking remember.
yeah, basically you can like make worlds and create them and share them and like have parties or whatever.
Blancos Blocks.
And so your characters are like NFTs basically. So like
yeah, that's what they marketed.
they'll be
it
like
as.
like 5,000.
So they're in blockchain or something?
Yeah, so it's
Something
like
like
there's
that,
like
yeah.
5,000 like Yetis with sunglasses,
Mhm.
and like you
That's
get
it.
to like buy them for $20, and then they'll never be any
And
more.
then like
of those.
the yeah.
But the
Very interesting concept.
the issue
Yeah.
here, you go search it up really quick and just like see what they look like.
Yeah.
The issue I had with it was that you can't sell them
Yeah,
afterwards.
you have to like
just
sell like your account.
you have to
if
sell your
oh,
account,
sweet.
and I think they have like measures to stop that because it's like their entire idea.
Yeah, so it was like pointless.
Okay.
So when we first saw that, there was like a deal for like first time ever extra rare limited edition skin for
like
$20.
buy it now and get it for like $20.
They kind of look like those.
Yeah, they're
like
Funko Pops.
Funko Pop esque.
It's like a certain type of art.
Yeah, that
it's like
kind of
it's like a street art.
street
type
art
thing.
Funko Pop.
So-
They talked about it.
You said you can't sell them after you
Yeah.
buy
No,
them?
you can't sell them like in the game.
There's
So,
no
like,
point.
I don't know
Wait,
why they're
what is-
marketing
Wait, you
them
can
as
sell them
like.
out of the game?
I'm sure you can like sell your account.
What's like the
Fortnite,
point
yeah.
of them being NFTs?
I don't. That was like.
It's like unique to you. So it's like
I
I'm
guess they
watermelon
are
guy with
NFT.
spikes in my head.
Your watermelon guy.
Because like there's like a
Yeah.
limited amount.
Yeah.
It sounds like they made like a limited amount.
Each character has like its own number.
But like I think that game would have been a lot bigger if you could resell your skins.
I would have
Yeah,
invested.
I
I
don't
think
know-
that they didn't want to deal with whatever like
like,
kind of deal with like I mean if
taxes
it's like
and
a
shit like
small
that.
team they really like that's super ambitious to be like
That's
taking
true.
care of all the
Definitely.
transactions.
Yeah.
Like I think if like Valve was making this game or like some other huge
I mean, they
studio, it would be
definitely would.
super disappointing if they didn't sell them. But I think from what I understand, if this is like a ground up kind of deal,
Yeah. it's
they
like
really I think they probably plan on doing it, but only after they
I
get a
doubt
certain
it.
user base.
It's
I don't
also
think I
like
could.
weird to like invest in like a Blanco's block party
Yeah.
randomly.
Like what,
Like
on,
it
like,
seems like it's like a
Steam,
weird scam.
Valve has like
thing.
CS:GO and like TF2 that like
Especially just
big
'cause
with
it's, like-
buying and selling items,
Yeah.
right?
Like
So-
everybody in like the E3 chat was like saying it's a scam and shit.
Yeah,
Like a
it-
scam. Like it's a weird concept.
Yeah, it is. Like I could see it being better, but I think there was just like a lack of
Definitely.
something that it was missing something that really rocketed off,
Yeah.
which was unfortunate.
I feel like starting like something like that as NFTs before it's like even out is kind of like fun.
Yeah, like I don't know why they even marketed as NFT. Like I
Yeah.
get like there's only a certain amount, which like makes them more.
Like CS:GO had their skins. Like
I feel
come
like
after
marketing
it was
marketing it as a NFT is kind of like a bad decision because I feel like a lot of people are against NFTs
Definitely.
Yeah,
because they're like it destroys the environment, and a lot of people also just don't even know what NFTs are. They
Mhm,
just
that's
don't
true.
understand it.
Or I guess theoretically, like fucking some like fucking Billy Big Dick comes in and just like buys up like 300 like jungle guys to like as an investment.
Phase banks.
And he's not actually gonna play the game, right? So he's just like ruining it. For
Well, yeah. The problem is when you look at the game, it looks like it's marketed towards younger audiences,
Definitely.
and so the whole point of it being like an NFT, limited time, you have to buy these skins. I think goes right over their heads with things they can't
Oh.
even take an opportunity.
So
of.
it's just like leverage for microtransactions.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
Wait, so
Yeah,
what
this is sounding lamer and lamer. the
Right,
more
because I think
understand this.
I think they missed their target audience. I think they had an idea of like this NFT idea. They made a game that didn't fit that target on sale.
They-
Like
they-
Fortnite hit it almost
Yeah.
perfectly. Where
Now-
like kids are like coming in and like they're just old enough to like be able to start spending money on their own,
Yeah.
but they're
Yeah,
not
the Fortnite
smart enough
audience
to
is exactly
properly.
that, yeah.
They're not smart enough to
Wait,
properly
so-
transact and fucking manage their money.
What is even the gameplay of this game?
It's
It's like Roblox, literally.
Yeah, it's like
you
Roblox,
just,
Fall Guys,
go into people's
mixture.
worlds and like do stuff.
okay.
Like
It looks
makes
kind of
sense.
charmless too. It just looks like Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
certain
it looks
charm
like
to like
Fall
the
Guys.
shitty fucking the shittiness of Roblox. Like,
Yeah.
For
the-
sure.
Roblox is perfectly shady.
yeah, it's like perfectly unperfect, you know?
But like I've been surprised recently. Roblox has been like, I like get on. And I'm like, gee, like I'm surprised at like how like good it is.
Dude, yeah, you tap into Roblox every 6 months, you're like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's going insane. Like, I mean, I stopped consistently playing Roblox when I was like probably 13 or 14.
Yeah.
But now I'll jump in every 6 months and it'll be like, what the dude? They're fucking going insane. They've got huge teams on these games now. They're super in depth. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. You guys know my dad's like he's in the space kind of like this like online thing, and he says like every website wants to be like Roblox but blank type thing.
Yeah.
So like Roblox but for like adults. Or like a Roblox but NFTs.
Yeah.
Like that's literally just like that.
That's true. I remember like 6 years ago going into like Roblox and like playing fucking like hide and seek with my brother and being like fucking it's like awful.
It's a perfect game.
Right.
Like, Roblox is
but now it's like
it's every game. Even more than Minecraft, which is supposed to be the every game.
Roblox was like built with the tools to be able to
it's just a game engine,
grow.
really.
Yeah. It had the tools to adapt and grow and keep fucking staying up with the times.
And they make bank, dude.
Yeah, they make so much Roblox for sure.
They rockin', dude.
But, it's pretty crazy.
Respect.
Yeah, this game looks like shit though. This just looks like microtransactions, actually.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, thinking back to E3. Fucking.
It's an interesting idea though.
You would have ate the shit up when you were 11.
They missed the mark, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't imagine. I mean, they give like an hour to fucking this game at E3.
Oh yeah, a long time. You're
like watching, just like waiting for it to fucking end.
Man,
those E3 segments were crazy, dude.
Yeah, they sucked.
Every game is a rip-off of a different game.
Oh yeah,
like Stardew Valley in space.
Like Stardew Valley, but in space. Oh, this is just Fire
That sounds kind of dope. Wait, what's that called?
What? Stardew Valley, but in I don't remember. There was like they like released some teams like released Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
And they also just released
Pokemon.
I don't know if I bought the Fire Emblem game and I've been playing it. It's just fucking Fire Emblem.
It might be. Like there was like E3 like shows the tweets that people are tweeting. Every tweet's just like this is just like Stardew Valley.
No, most of the
I'm so ready to sink fucking 20 hours into this game.
Use that game. Yeah.
Oh, this looks kind of nice. Like Starbound and Stardew Valley combined.
I hated Starbound.
Dude, I love having
I loved Starbound until our other friend hacked in a bunch of items and ruined everything.
Dude, I love having a fucking shitty indie game to tap into every 2 years and just like waste 30 hours. I guess Starbound isn't shitty. I kind of do that in Starbound.
Like Stardew Valley is like
Stardew Valley. I'll come back every year.
But that's like not shitty. That's such a good
That's a great game. It's a great game.
Stardew Valley is a great game.
Yeah, I love.
I also like. I played Stardew Valley in such a weird way where I would spend like half of my time fishing. And I also would like never buy any like sprinklers. I'd do all my watering manually.
Dude, that's the opposite of me, man.
Yeah, I got to like the end of the cave system, but I never did the infinite cave thing where you can get like the awesome gem sword thing or whatever.
Dude, Tekkit ruined my brain. I'm always just trying to make a machine whenever I play the game now, dude.
Yeah. Fucking
Tekkit. Alright, do you guys want to go into the news, per se?
Of course. News?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is definitely non-news, but Keemstar has a 20-year-old girlfriend.
Let's fucking go. How old is Keemstar now?
He's 39.
39. He's 19 years older than her.
Kind of fucked up.
There's nothing wrong with it, it's just kind of funny, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a motive behind it.
For Keemstar, like I have a hot young girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
It's like for like the.
It's a power move. It's a huge power move.
Well, that's just a rebound thing. It's an absolute rebound.
Yeah.
The most obvious thing for what the girl is doing for is for the money.
Yeah. It has to be money and class.
I mean, that's very intuitive.
But
maybe Keem's he courted her, perhaps.
Jesus
I've seen two Keem tweets. One of them was, "You guys are like saying that she's doing it for the money, but she has her own job." And then the other one is, "You guys are saying she's doing it for the money. I don't care. It's true."
Even she does have her own job. Still do it for the money, dog.
He had those both set up like for like in case scenarios, and he accidentally just tweeted both.
How long did he give the relationship?
I don't know.
Really,
fucking cares, man.
I mean, it's Keemstar.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just think it's
Keemstar's like the guy I always think is like he's out of like the limelight, right? I always like think of Keemstar and like, oh, he's not like that relevant anymore, and then he fucking is. My
position on Keemstar is he's evil, but I like him. That's my position. He's not like a good content creator or a good guy, but I think he's like interesting.
But like his place in the whole YouTube circle is very important.
He fits his role perfectly.
Yeah, he does.
Sure.
Well, he's not even really in YouTube anymore. He makes bullshit about. I mean, I've watched maybe 10 drama alerts in my life, and now I haven't watched one in like 2 years.
I've watched like 2.
Yeah, I used to watch like pretty much every drama alert he uploaded because they're just so like
Really?
fun to watch.
Because
And
YouTube
then
drama
they-
like doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then it just
I mean, it spikes.
turned into TikTok drama with all these
Yeah.
like stupid TikTokers I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
So I stopped watching.
Listen,
It's
what
so
happened
sad.
on YouTube is the commentary community dissolved into like documentaries, like Turkey Tom or whatever, and all the actual arguments happen on Twitter now. So it's just Twitter news, and most of the eyes are on TikTok, especially by young people who would watch Drama Alert.
I mean,
So now he just talks about is it just TikTok or also Twitter?
It's mostly TikTok, right? And maybe
Yeah.
It's TikTok or Twitter.
I mean, I
look
haven't
at
even
it.
like seen what he's uploaded. I just like whenever I'm scrolling through my sub box and I see a drama alert, I just don't even look
You
at
see
it.
his thumbnail, it's like Addison Rae cheats on her boyfriend. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like YouTube, like back when like Leafy and all those guys were huge, I feel like YouTube drama was like pretty common. But now it's like a huge spike, right? Like, oh, this guy's a fucking huge pedophile, and here's a million allegations,
I
right?
think the peak of it was like the KSI versus Logan Paul boxing.
Nah.
That shit was huge, dude.
I think that was your peak, bro. I think
That
the
was
real,
your
the
peak.
real
Drama
peak was
alert?
2016.
I think
Like with
the
Leafy?
best YouTube drama was like the Leafy shit. I
Leafy
genuinely thought that was like
pedophile?
interesting. To, like,
No,
listen
Leafy
to.
was just like cringe. I don't know.
Leafy was just like a huge fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But it was all like
I mean,
the shit
this
with
is
like him.
very treaded territory, but I think it's important to say.
I mean, it's like so documented, and there's so many. But yeah.
I've been trying to find the video of Leafy like busting on his girlfriend.
What?
Is that a thing? I've
Yeah.
never heard of.
I cannot find it, dude.
Why
It's
did he?
nowhere.
Wait, fuck.
I
Wait.
think his like sex tape got leaked or something. I know his penis
I
got
don't.
leaked.
I've seen his penis, but I haven't seen like a sex tape.
I think there's like a video of him busting on.
How the fuck do you find that out?
Drama alert, literally. I think I found it like 5 years ago. And I was like, I don't
Is he
remember.
busting on her face or what's
I don't
going
remember. It's something like
That's
that.
very funny.
That's
fucking
hilarious.
sick.
Wasn't like the joke like his nose is small or something?
He has no chin.
Oh, he has no chin.
That's why he does like the weird sign.
Doesn't he like still like tweet something like he'll like reply to like a Keemstar tweet like once every like 4 months?
No, his Twitter got banned and his YouTube got banned, and now
I
it's
thought
just,
I thought like one of them got
Leafy, like, a
reinstated.
crypto millionaire or something?
Yeah, he's very rich. I don't think he even needs to do YouTube. He's just kind of
He
trolling.
like doesn't.
He became like rich off Bitcoin or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of who the fuck was that other guy that was like in like whole drama with like
No
Leafy and
fuckers?
Keemstar? What?
No,
No fuckers.
What the fuck was his grade A under A?
he's actually kind of funny.
That
No,
guy like
he's
comes out with like a
funny.
video
He's
like once every 6 months.
No, he came out with.
It's like once every
He
year.
came out. He was like the Keemstar H3 dramas, like the Iraq War. It's like fucking. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
I don't remember
bit, but
how
it's
he got
pretty
like
funny.
some like he got like thrown into that drama somehow. I don't remember how.
He just got fucking. I don't know. He
Just, like,
just like
switching
made
sides or
funny
something.
videos. I don't know why he
Yeah.
thought he had to be anything besides that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, all the respect. I mean,
Grade A under
Yeah, so
I
that's
gotta give it to him.
Keemstar's 20-year-old girlfriend.
Suzy Tube.
So now we're gonna go to a segment we call the random SCP generator.
random SCP.
So
segment.
favorite part.
SCP is this kind of internet like
I mean,
trend. I don't know. It's like
not-
a fan
it's like an
fiction
idea.
site where it's like there's a bunch
It's
of like,
fucking
I'm sure most
transcended
people know
fan
what they
fiction
are,
at
but
this
it's
point.
like
It's like a world kind
it's like a
Yeah.
like a kind of like a fictional like website. It's a website with like fictional monsters.
idea.
And a lot of them are like kind of
Not even
abstract.
really
It's like the
monsters.
monster's actually a town, or the monster's actually the fucking.
I mean, what
goldfish
the
or some
fuck?
shit.
There was like some. It's like anomalies. It's about anomalies.
Yeah.
I'm sure 90% of people know what a SCP
Yeah.
is, but just
Yeah.
in
I mean,
case,
who the
Or
fuck?
at least the people who would listen
So
to this
we're gonna-
probably know what a
we're
SCP is.
gonna generate a SCP, and then we're gonna take a little break and pull up some paperwork on it.
Yeah, we got we
Alright.
got the files. Let's just say.
SCP-213, antimatter parasite. All right, so we'll be back with that shit.
Thank you for listening to the NGS podcast.
Do you need something? Do you need something?
Thank you for listening to the NGS
Do you need
podcast.
something? Do you need something? Do you need something? Do you need something?
All right, we're back with all the SCP documentation.
Great to be back.
So this is SCP-213. So the object class is Euclid. And I'm going to go through what that means real quick. So apparently an SCP object is classified as Euclid when behavior cannot be unerringly predicted, either because the item is sentient, it behaves outside the current scientific knowledge, or its nature is simply poorly understood at present. Euclid class objects do not pose the same existential threat to humanity due to containment breach.
All right, yeah.
That Keter class objects do, but they generally require more diligence to keep contained than safe class objects.
Yeah. And I'm refreshed. I remember that. Okay.
All right. Are you the SCP genius, Grayson?
Are you an SCP?
You want me to read it? Yeah.
I used to be super nice reading voice.
All right. SCP-213, Aldrich class Euclid, as we said. Special containment procedures. SCP-213 is contained in a highly secure humanoid containment cell within Site-77. The character is to be surrounded by a 10-meter wide zone filled with gaseous materials corrosive to human skin. SCP-213 should be informed as to the nature of its containment to prevent manifestation of its effect, which would result in additional containment breaches. A staffing of 2 guards armed with high-pressure hoses. Fuck does that say? Ulricin? Capsicum, sure. And polymer web grenades should be stationed outside the containment unit at all times.
The description.
The description? I probably just should have gone with this. Yeah. I don't think we need that. SCP-213 is an adolescent humanoid male, 1.5 meters tall, weighing 95 kilograms. SCP-213 is able to forcefully sever the bonds between atoms and any solid or semi-solid matter with physical contact. An intense flash of light is produced when doing so. SCP-213 can use any part of its body to manifest this effect, and has used it to disintegrate projectiles as they impact its body. Manifestation on this effect has proven to be extremely painful, with extended use causing enough pain to render SCP-213 unconscious. SCP-213 was recovered from Palo Alto, California, when reports of a teenage boy being arrested for homicide after vaporizing his girlfriend during, coitus?
Sex.
Oh, fuck. Let's fucking go. Reached agent embedded in the local police department. Further investigation revealed SCP-213's anomalous properties. However, during initial containment, SCP-213 was able to disable 2 agents before being contained. I fucking skipped a line.
I think we're fine.
Fuck. Whatever,
Right,
it doesn't
so
matter. We get the
SCP-213,
same. It's a fucking kid.
He's a kid.
That can
If he
fucking
touches you, you
diffuse
disintegrate.
atoms.
Okay,
That's so bad.
I think the point
Sucks.
That's like the prime thing of
the
SCP.
point
It's
of
nothing
this,
crazy.
I think segment. You're in a room with him, and he's trying to kill you. What would you do?
What do you do?
Run away.
The only thing to do is run, right?
Yeah. I mean,
There's literally
fuck.
nothing
You
you
get
can
close,
do
you touch him.
Dude,
I'd say
Disintegrates your
Sexual
ass.
intercourse?
Okay, the
I'm
real
gonna take
takeaway,
I guess.
his stroke game is so crazy that she died.
Wait, doesn't he get to choose if shit
He
explodes?
disintegrated her puss.
Yeah, I think so.
Or was he just like
If this is-
fucking
this
her
is a
so hard? He was like,
scenario-
oh, and like he had like ascended it and accidentally did
He
it.
busted, bro.
Okay, in this scenario where you're trying to escape from him, let's say you're like in the SCP laboratory. I think what you do is you throw a chair at him and he's like, "What? I have to vaporize this chair." And once you vaporize the chair, you're already gone.
run.
You're sonic speed out of there.
Oh, what, doesn't he like pass out because it hurts him also or something?
Yeah, like doing. Oh yeah, you
that's-
just throw shit at him until he's like, oh.
Yeah. So you
He's
throw
gone.
shit at him, and so you either hit him and make him hurt, or
He's
he
hurting, bro.
vaporizes it and he hurts anyway.
He's fucking.
Don't
done.
you think the light doesn't he like create a light source though? Like he look at the photo. He
Yeah,
seems like a
but
giant-
so
would that
and-
hurt you? Would that vaporize your atoms?
the light? No, it's just
No,
like a flash
the
from light,
light.
dog.
Yeah, it's like a flashbang.
Yeah, it's like CS:GO flashbang. Just like look away from it.
He's pretty
Yeah.
dangerous though. He's a killer.
I prefer
like
looking
That's a
straight into
boring
flashbangs.
ass SCP.
That's like the point of
Yeah.
them.
It
The
sounds like
point
a-
is like they're not all insane.
A lot
right?
of them are just like people think of them.
No,
as
they're just
dead.
like that's just like a decent concept.
At least we didn't
Exactly,
get one
that's
that's,
the
like
point
a
of it.
town.
Yeah.
No, those are sick, bro. That's the best kind.
No, those are like that's like the stairway that like you go like it's like what is the stairway that they made like 3 games off of? That you keep going down it and like you hear like a child screaming and like faces come out of the walls.
Yeah, that's a
awesome.
fantastic concept.
Yeah, they made like
There's
3 games off of
if
that.
you actually like this, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting. If you like SCP readings, there's a guy named Bren Daniel who does pretty good.
There's a
ones.
ton of YouTube channels. that do
He's just
that.
my favorite one of the ones I've
I think they're
watched.
super interesting. And like those guys also
I
like.
think most of them are interesting. This one just fucking
This
sucks.
sounds like a Marvel character or something. It's kind of like
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like
Adam
such. It's just
Man.
like it is an SCP.
it doesn't have like the SCP feel of like
No.
demon that like.
I mean, but that's like not like the point.
Like-
They're
like-
anomalies. That's the point.
Yeah,
They're like
that's
real
true, that's
everyday
true.
things that just like happen.
No,
to do
this is
something.
solid. I mean, I think this is chill. But I think
It's
the
not like a
real
mine. It's like-
greatness of the SCP stuff is like kind of how creative it is, and that makes
Yeah.
you like it's
Yeah.
kind of uncanny and like I don't know.
Like it's a good SCP, but it's just like hard to talk about.
What was your favorite SCP, Grayson?
Fuck if I remember.
I
you
know
probably
mine.
remember.
Oh, there was one that's like a room
I'm gonna pull up
like
some on my phone.
1,000 feet underground that every time you
Actually,
enter it, like you like disappear, and like the whole room is made out of flesh. And every time somebody disappears inside of it, there's like a new furniture that's made out of flesh.
That's scary. My favorite one is definitely Grayson's old Steam profile picture. That's that hot tog
Oh.
SCP.
So do
That was
SCP
awesome.
are the is the SCP like one world, or is it like
Yeah, it's-
different
Yeah, it's like the
worlds?
idea.
It's
of
like
like
a- yeah.
Well, I mean, it's an SCP, right?
So
yeah, but
there's like
an idea.
supposed to be an organization.
So do they all exist together?
I
They all
guess,
exist
yeah.
in the same world. So the organization is the secure, contain, protect organization.
Yeah, it goes like so. There's like multiple.
some of the fucking SCPs are mostly just kind of lore about the fucking organization, I guess.
So SCPs are like caught by the organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
It's
like
secure,
hypothetically, it
contain,
could be real
protect
kind
it.
of thing. Like,
Yes. I think like a
Yeah.
great video to like get started is like Wendigoon, that YouTube channel made like a really good introduction video to those.
Grayson,
Is the idea?
I would argue that you're an SCP.
Probably.
Yeah, you escaped, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm from another dimension. I
You're the Grayson SCP who plays gotcha games.
play gotcha games and that's my power.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, that's
But-
today's daily SCP.
It is
I
a
was hoping for
pleasure.
more of a wacky one. There's some like, I think there's a whole thing where they had to like be like really intense about moderation at some point because people were just pumping out. Just
Yeah, people can just
bullshit.
like, you can like go on there and be like, this SCP has a huge dick. And that's it.
So I think they still add them. It's just like there's
Yeah.
like a freaking
I
really
think
intense
you could like
moderation
go
team.
through something. But
Yeah.
I mean it's a pretty sick idea.
So if you get one, is
In a it would be cool in a movie or something, I guess.
Yeah, if
I
they
don't
like
know.
That would
did it
actually be
right.
cool-
They
cool
could do
idea,
it like
SCP
about like a
movie.
specific idea.
I'm sure that there's so many fucking like shitty like student SCP films.
Yeah, probably.
Dude,
Yeah.
we should watch some of those. Those are probably fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so is SCP like the website? Is that like the original SCP or is it the game?
No,
SCP
I see
Foundation?
this website, or not like, yes, this website is like
This
the
is
first
like
part.
what? Yeah, this
All
is
the games are like based
These
off
are all
of
the
other
certified
SCPs.
ones.
There's like
Yeah, the most
Containment
famous
Breach.
one. Pretty much
Containment
everyone
Breach, right?
knows the one. It's like you fucking the like bloody guy in the corner. That
Yeah, that's
dies, you
Containment
look
Breach.
at. Okay.
the bloody guy in the corner.
Yeah, it's like SCP like fucking 47 or something. He's like
Yeah.
a big doll
He's
thing.
like
to,
the guy with like the mask on,
There's
like
a
the
lot.
doctor mask.
The
or-
plague doctor?
Yeah.
That guy? Yeah,
Dude,
he's pretty
okay.
He's an
spooky.
SCP.
Honestly, plague doctors that's like one of my fears.
Really?
They just creep me
Yeah,
out
they do
so
look
much.
pretty fucking creepy.
I hate how they look.
They're like
they're so
unsettling.
creepy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really hate that.
Yeah, they're I gotta give it. I do like the design. I think I'm all for that. Well, I'll add a little bit of fashion in me. Fucking as I
Pull
stutter
up
8
in the
times.
purge doctor fit.
Dude, that would be such a great Halloween costume to show up to like a party to, just a SCP, and like no one fucking knows.
Yeah, no one gets it.
Everyone's just like, "What's that?"
What, you guys don't know SCP-329?
SCP-211. I'm gonna disintegrate your atoms.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You guys don't know this SCP? If you guys touch my ass, you will turn into stone.
Don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
What a I mean, it's just a.
Yeah. I mean, people make fun of SCP. It's pretty good. There's some
I
good
think
ones.
it's for how big it is. I think it's one of like the most like. I don't know if acceptable is the right word, but it's just like such like a mainstream thing that like people like hear about and like, oh yeah,
No,
that's
it's
cool.
a good system. It's like
Yeah.
each fucking like there's like a hypothetical monster. Each one's like a fucking Goosebumps hypothetical
Yeah.
Twilight Zone type story.
Like I think I've never like seen someone who's like I'm really into SCP and I'm like, oh, you're fucking lame.
I think it would be
Right? They're
cool.
all, it's like a cool thing to be into.
It would be cool if in like maybe a while from now, like there was like a Twilight Zone type show where they would just have like a random SCP and they would try to like fucking
Every
like
episode
spooky.
about
like
him.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That would
I
be
think that'd
great.
pretty
I would
That's probably
definitely
the
watch
best kind of modern day Twilight Zone you
concept idea you could drive. No, I think it would work really well for like the idea of SCP.
could do. Man,
like,
I
there's
wish
so many of
I
them.
wish Twilight Zone was still on Netflix. That's such a fucking good series.
I don't even really know what Twilight Zone is.
It's
It's just a bunch of hypotheticals. It's
Yeah.
just like
It'd be-
fucking like a guy's like I think a really famous one is the guy is like in like a pig civilization. And he looks like a human, and then he realizes he's like the fucking pig monster to them because they're all pigs. Or like, what else was it? It was like, or just one of them was like one of the first ones was just like a guy in like an empty town. That shit kind of sucked, but like.
But I mean, like that I could, but like they did a really good job like making it creepy.
No, it was great. I mean, that's probably the only old TV series I would watch.
Yeah, like I remember being like 11 playing Legos at like my grandma's house. She just like fell asleep and like fucking Twilight Zone came on and it was some like episode
shit.
about like a monkey on like the wing of a plane.
Dude,
the guy,
and
like,
you know
looks at
your
the
grandma's
windows.
house has fucked up vibes.
Yeah, it was like because like my she has like a huge spot of land kind of like in the middle of like these woods. There's like a ravine and like you can't. There's like houses really close, but you can't see them because there's kind of like trees and fucking wildlife. And it was just like such a like a surreal moment being introduced to that in that way.
Did you have to wake her up or some shit?
No, I was just like got scared and like
Damn, I
there's like
would've totally
two
woke her
houses
up.
connected, so
I'm a
like
massive
what
pussy.
I like went over to like my parents from like another house like right
So you're
there.
stuck in a fucking woodland manor.
Yeah,
was watching the Twilight Zone. That's crazy.
it was fucking terrifying as a kid.
terrifying.
But like I want to go through and like watch them because it's
I need
a
to
sick
watch them.
idea.
It was on Netflix. I watched some when I was younger. I guess another series like that is Doctor Who, but Doctor Who's definitely the lamest type of those.
Yeah,
Doctor Who, it's legitimately okay.
it's a good show.
The fandom is so well. Honestly, that shit has dissolved so much.
It's
but the damage
died
done
down.
in like 2013
I
is
thought
never.
that show was just about this dude in the telephone box.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I mean,
time
like,
travels.
no,
and
but
then,
they go
goes,
on, like-
finds R2D2 robot.
They find
and it's
like
oh my god.
It's kind of like a Twilight Zone for like aliens. So it's like here's a fucking random.
Yeah, it's like
type
each
of
episode is
alien.
like a different like time or like alien
I
contrast
watched like
idea.
one episode of that.
I mean, some of the episodes are pretty good and have pretty cool
The one I
ideas,
watched is about like
but,
a spider in a hotel or something. Some, like,
Spider
giant
in a
spider
hotel.
that-
Yeah, I mean, like some of those episodes, like I remember, my brother used to be a huge fan back when we were like in middle school.
He
like,
was definitely in the Doctor Who spot.
yeah,
he was a
yeah,
high
he
schooler
was.
back then, right?
Yeah, and like it was. It's a cool like sometimes I'll like go back and I'll watch like one episode that's like really good and they're pretty fucking cool. I mean they're well
Well,
designed.
kinda,
It's just the fan base. Kind of,
yeah. If
it's
you
just,
tell
like,
someone
such,
you,
like,
you watch Doctor Who,
like
you
I'm a
might as
Doctor
well-
Who fan. They're like
You might as well just
"Oh."
shit your pants.
It's like a
and-
loser.
Yeah.
kind of.
But you know, it's a nice thing to like.
I
go watch
don't
once
have
in
a
while.
problem with it. I think it's pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bad show,
No, for real.
even though I think it has gone down.
Isn't it like American Horror Story kind of like that or something?
I've
It's
never
like-
seen it.
I think that's just like
think
this girl has 3 boobs.
I think American Horror Story is one of those shows that just like
Or maybe
sucks,
I'm
but
wrong.
it's
Maybe
like
I'm thinking something.
it was just like coming out. It was like modern, so people like it.
Yeah.
This is kind of a really dumb guy take, but I really only watch shows like at least 5 years after they're done airing, because then if it fucking floats around, people still talk about it, you know it's good. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of picky with stuff like that, but I like Luke, for example. He watches a lot of new shit, and he seems to enjoy it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just being fucking stupid about it, but I think it's easier to find good content if it's like tried and true.
That's true. I'm awful at watching TV. Like I think in the past like 5 years, I've
doesn't really
actually
matter.
only finished like 1 or 2 shows.
I think I can't even like. Oh, I guess the last show I've completed was Invincible,
Yeah.
which is that was a super
Wait, what was
good
Invincible?
Invincible.
show.
Superhero.
The Amazon show with
I like the
Omni-Man.
superheroes.
Oh, I think I caught Luke watching some of that.
It was a
think
really
we
good show.
watched it.
Has
I
the
watched
meme
it.
like think Mark think.
Yeah, I watched it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was a really good show.
I just saw like a bunch of like memes about it, and then I saw people like this show is so fucking good.
Yeah, that's what I
It was
did.
good.
Yeah.
I just like I guess.
I'm like okay, I guess I'll watch it. I like anime.
Once I get a
shows.
TV show going, I'm fucking in.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really found anything after I finished Mad Men, but I don't know.
I don't know. I like need to finish Breaking Bad, but
Breaking Bad. That's like the fucking baby's first TV show.
Yeah, I wanna.
Or not
watch
baby's
that.
first TV. It's like that's the first like sequential order
Yeah.
TV show you ever watch.
But,
'Cause
like-
it's like you just got to get to season like 3. Well, probably season 3.
I have 3 episodes left in season 2, and I
When
haven't watched it in
when
like
the
2
Los
months.
Pollos Hermanos arc hits, that's when things get
Alright.
right.
Yeah, I just saw that like one episode that one time we were hanging out with where Jesse like steals his RV back, and I'm like, damn, this show looks pretty cool.
No, it's a
It's a really
fantastic
good show. Every time
Better
I
Call
watch
Saul's
it,
even better, even though it's slow as fuck. Like the first season of Better Call Saul's like it's just about like some fucking guy stealing like money from the town hall, like from the fucking like city or some shit.
Really?
It's just it's very slow. I mean, I can't wait for the next.
I
season
cannot
to come
do
out.
slow shows. I can't.
You can't.
I have
go
such
fast?
an awful fucking attention span. I can't. Like,
I think if you are like that, I think you should watch Fargo, because Fargo's like
yeah, I thought about it.
So Fargo's each season is like, it's like I guess the word would be an anthology.
Mm-hmm.
So each season is like 10 episodes and it centers around like just kind of a
like
a crime
idea.
in a town. Mm-hmm. But they're all kind of connected based on kind of like an organized crime thing. So all of them are based in different times. The first season's 2006, second is 1979. Third is in 2011, and the fourth is in like 1950. So it's really cool, but they all like connect in super weird ways.
Did they do like the actual Fargo story?
From the movie?
Yeah.
So there's one. I actually haven't seen the Fargo movie, but
That's
I watched a YouTube video about it.
That's such a fucking good movie.
So there's one element that combines, and it's in the first season. So if you I think you should just watch. It's on Hulu.
I should sit down and watch
shitty
it.
Hulu ads. It's a fucking.
Well, I have Hulu Prime, so the fucking
look at Mr. Millionaire over here.
Good version that doesn't have ads.
Yeah, but that's
Just get the Hulu TV that's like $80 a month.
Grayson, I think if you want to go fast, you should watch that because it's like it just
should.
goes in, goes out. I don't know.
Yeah, isn't it also kind of like super like fucked up?
Yeah, it's pretty left field.
I love shit that like makes me think. That's like what the Fargo movie did. I thought about that show for like, or that movie for like a week.
My favorite fictional character ever is in Fargo.
Yeah, I mean Fargo is about like a crime in North Dakota. Minnesota? Somewhere, one of those
Second
places.
Season's in North Dakota.
Well, like Fargo, like the movie.
Yeah,
it's like in somewhere up there, and it's like fucking. This guy wants his wife's dad is rich, and he wants a ton of money from him. So he hires these two guys to kidnap his wife, and then he's like, "I'm gonna ask her dad for a ton of money to pay them off to get my wife back," but it all goes wrong, and like they kill his wife.
It's a similar type of thing in Fargo.
Yeah.
It's actually the first season's plot is very similar to that, just kind of different people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, I'd recommend you watch that if you want something like shorter. But yeah, I mean, are you watching like animes? You watch a lot of anime, right?
I dabble on off like 3 weeks where I'll watch a lot and then I won't for like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean the only anime I've ever watched is Evangelion with you guys. That's been really good. But I don't know. I still think I probably prefer traditional TV shows to anime, but I don't know.
Probably. I mean, there's different appeal.
Yeah. Well, what was your favorite anime and why?
Oh, fuck.
Damn, I just opened a fucking secret hole.
My favorite versus the best one I've ever seen is hard.
What is the difference between favorite and best?
Do you watch the anime movies at all?
No, I understand that.
Like, favorite, like, there's a show that I thought was, like, really good, but then I've watched other show that's like, oh, this is, like, an actual
it's, like, objectively
really
the
good
best
show.
one.
Yeah. Like, trying to, like, think, I haven't finished Evangelion yet, so I don't know. Darling in the Franxx, I thought was an incredible show up until the last 2 episodes.
That sounds British as fuck.
I watched
Darling
like
in the Franxx?
What was that like bunny girl one that you really liked?
Rascal Does Not Let Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai? That show is the best show I've ever seen. Hands down.
What?
That show was fucking incredible.
Dude,
that sounds like hentai trash.
That's what it sounds like. It is the
what do you like about
anime like
Is it like quirky?
Show. No. It's all about like it has like this idea called adolescent syndrome where it's like it's about like this high school student and people like, you know, dealing with like these issues. Like it's like multiple arcs. One arc's about like this girl who likes the main character, but he's already in a relationship. So in the day months keep resetting over and over until it goes the way she wants. And it's about breaking that idea, and it's all kind of about kids dealing with their problems and getting through it. And it's the least anime-like show I've seen.
Yeah,
even with the bunny girl?
Yes.
Because I watched the first episode of that because we were like talking on Skype for like 3 hours that one time, and you're like, this is the best shit ever. It made me cry.
It did.
Like,
it made me cry
I watched
twice.
the first episode. Immediately realized it was subbed, and I was like, fuck.
Oh yeah, it's only subbed.
I guess I'll watch this first episode, and it's just like this dude like walks into a library, and it's like this girl in a bunny costume. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, what are you doing here? You're a famous celebrity. And she's like, you can see me, and I'm like, whoa, that's
it's
so
a really
deep.
good show.
How many episodes did you have to get in?
It's only 13 episodes long.
Oh, right, so it's like a fucking it's a little thing.
Yeah. It's pretty short.
Did you like Darling in the Franxx? You liked it?
Yeah. The last two episodes are awful. They are
Is like a bad
horrendous.
ending. I watched like the first like 3
That's
episodes.
Awful ending.
Yeah,
but
Bad,
the first
bad ending fucks
it's like
me
a
up. I don't
24
wanna see
episode.
that.
The first 22 episodes
So I
are
don't watch
fucking incredible.
Game of Thrones or House of Cards.
The
Actually,
first
I might watch House of Cards.
love the first. I've rewatched that show twice, and each time I rewatched it, I only watched the first 22. I have not watched the
Okay.
final two.
Is it that bad? Is it really that bad?
It's awful.
Is it bad in like a good way though? Like
No. It's like something that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really connect well with the rest of the show, and it kind of just fucking goes off the rails. And you're like,
that show's kind of like Evangelion, isn't it? Like a time bit, a little bit.
yeah, it has like the same idea, like giant mechs fighting
Yeah.
fucking aliens.
By the way,
to-
what I was gonna say is Evangelion's like way more anime than I thought it was gonna be. Like
Most are.
from what I like thought about it, I thought it was gonna be kind of like a Attack on Titan, even though I haven't
Yeah.
seen Attack on Titan, but more like kind of TV show style anime. But there's a ton of fucking dumbass like
Yeah.
you know
Tit scenes.
hentai shit.
I think you might enjoy Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
That
I
show
don't
is
know.
that show's like same
I've-
time
yeah.
frame, but I think it's not.
As
quite
like
the same.
not
That's
really an
that's
anime
good.
guy, that like fucking the barrier to entry is way higher for me. Like I have to want to watch it way
Yeah,
more.
definitely.
Like I saw a lot of people talking about Evangelion on Twitter, so that's why. And also just like the I've seen like graphics, not graphics, but like it's just like a cool looking show. and all
Yeah,
that.
I really like the aesthetic of
So
that show.
that's also why I watched it.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop has like
And,
that same
um,
aesthetic, and I think you'd enjoy it.
Speaking of Attack on Titan, that has got to be my favorite and the best anime I've ever seen. I've seen the first 3 seasons. I haven't seen the last one, but I know what I think I'm pretty sure I know what the ending is. The shitty ending on the last episode. Spoiler alert. Skip ahead a little bit. Do any of you guys care if I?
No, I'd probably
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
Watch
it.
about it.
Skip 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah. So basically, all I know is that at the end, I wake up. It was all a dream. That's it.
What?
That's fucking
Fuck
it.
you.
I've heard about
That's
that.
so retarded.
That's the
That's
worst
awful.
kind
That's
of
literally
That's an awful
the
comment.
worst possible
You could
ending
ever
you could
have.
ever.
The
ever
only
give
thing
anything.
is if they can make it make sense with
Yeah.
is the whole thing a dream or is only part of it a dream?
Yeah.
It definitely like takes you out of the experience.
Yeah, but it's so like it
It's-
kind of like
it's, like,
fucks
so
it up.
dumb.
Like what the fuck was the point of you
The
watching
rest of the
that?
show is just so amazing. I still haven't watched the 4th season. I'm
All right,
gonna
30
do
seconds
that.
up.
All right. So
Are you
30
counting
seconds
your head?
up. All I'm saying is
There's a
I've watched the
Oh,
first
shit.
3 seasons. I know the secret twist at the end of the 4th season. I'm gonna watch the 4th season pretty soon probably, but the first 3 seasons were just absolutely amazing. It's like probably the best show. Best show I've ever watched.
Huh.
I think my next anime I'd probably watch if I were to watch an anime after I'm like fucking fully dry of TV shows. Probably Death Note. Have you seen Death Note?
You watched the good part of Death Note.
Is there a bad part?
Yeah, the ending is
Is there
awful.
fucking carrot in
The
the stick?
ending is awful.
Fuck. I think.
But it's pretty
Yeah,
short.
I've been.
It's only like
I think
20
next TV show I'm
episodes.
gonna watch is Twin Peaks, which from what I understand is kind of like it's like a concept show where it's like each show is like around a different kind of supernatural kind of deal.
Yeah, Twin Peaks. My mom apparently was like super into that show in high school.
Really?
And so Gravity Falls is another show. Apparently,
it's like
so
a lot
it's-
like Twin Peaks.
Yeah, it's like a lot like
Oh,
Twin
really?
Peaks, and that's why my mom really liked it. And Gravity Falls is also like definitely one of my favorite shows, like probably top 5. It's
I
so
enjoyed
good.
that. I haven't watched it since I was young.
Only
but I'm sure I
2
still enjoy
seasons, but those 2 seasons are just so amazing.
Yeah, so
Falls is cool.
I might watch that tonight actually. So probably just Twin Peaks and maybe House of Cards. But I have to figure out like if the fucking story just gets completely fucked by Kevin Spacey being a fucking sex offender,
Yeah.
then I probably won't watch it. But if it's like you can leave it without the last couple seasons feeling fine, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm struggling to find especially an anime. I'm struggling to find like one that doesn't.
I'm telling you, bro,
fuck
just
it.
just start Fargo. First
Yeah, I
episode
will
will get
start
you hooked.
Fargo.
Honestly, when you get home, just test it out. I'm just saying.
Oh, sweet.
You should watch Naruto.
I'm not hype beast
I was
anime.
gonna watch Dragon Ball Z. Maybe I still will. But I saw I like
There's, like,
I
just
go
so
on this
much
like
of it,
shitty ass like anime website where you get all the anime for free and there's like
Yeah.
1,000 billion ads.
Yeah.
Totally illegal, totally awesome though.
Legal.
I'm like Dragon Ball Z. Let's see 291 episodes. Oh my fucking god. That's like I did the math. It's like over 100 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So,
so insane.
That's one of those things where like I'm saving Skyrim for this moment in my life where it's like I'm just like need to waste so much time. Like let's say I
Yeah.
have like a long-term girlfriend break up with me when I'm like 23. I'm just like fuck it, Skyrim time. Or like I guess maybe Dragon Ball Z could go there too cuz it's just fucking tapped into some
I
dumb
could
shit.
I could never do show. I like got like 250 episodes through Fairy
Episodes.
Tale.
Fairy Tale, like,
Wait,
really
you went
bad
200
anime.
episodes into Fairy Tale?
250 episodes in Fairy
Isn't
Tale.
that just hentai?
No, I mean, I
Well,
guess.
yes,
Did you watch
it is.
Sword Art Online?
Yep.
Isn't the anime like really bad?
The first half of season 1 I thought was pretty good. After that, it's just, I mean, there's I think 4 rape scenes in that show.
Oh my
What
god.
Really?
the fuck?
I thought that was
Were they like?
That's-
No, no,
that's
no.
a
Well, the thing is like
3 rape
like sometimes that's relevant to the story. Like in the Sopranos, there's
Technically, they don't
one
have to
there's
be.
one rape, and it's like kind of it makes sense, right?
The thing,
Are they like? Do they need to be there?
no. There's at least 2. There's at least 2.
My God,
I
that
think
is
there's
so much.
no. There's 3. There's 3
3
across 3 different. One in season 1, one in season 2,
But-
one in like Alicization, which is like.
So
basically
you don't think they're
need
like
to watch
worth
them.
it or necessary for the plot at all?
I mean, the.
Find my iPhone.
Sorry.
What was it? Wait, hold up. Let's pause. All right, we're back.
All right,
Grayson's parents
sorry.
were trying to fucking find his iPhone
got
for some
fucked.
reason. So, you were saying that like the Sword Art Online while we were gone. You were saying the Sword Art Online scenes they like weren't technically rapes. What do you mean by that?
So I mean, nobody gets raped in Sword Art Online, but they're pretty damn fucking close. Like I don't know if anybody cares about spoilers, but like first season, it's all in. Well, the first rape scene, it's like they're in a VR world, and like this, like the big bad boss guy has like the main girl locked up, and then like the fucking main character gets there, and then you'll like fucking tears her clothes off and like licks
Oh,
her
man.
armpit, and he's like, and the main character's like, no.
That's fucking
And then he like fucking like ascends and like gets more power and fucking beats him and
that
whatever.
shit should only be a plot element when it's like absolutely
yeah,
necessary.
and then and like the only purpose is like make you hate the character more, but he's already like a grody
That's the
motherfucker.
most Japanese shit.
And then in like season 2, there's like this whole thing that like, oh, there's like this guy in game that when he kills people in game, like he injects poison to them in real life and they die. And then like this one chick is like being targeted by him, and like right as she dies in game, like she gets out and like he's there and he like fucking like grabs her like, and he's like being super weird, like trying to basically rape her. And then apparently there's a rape scene in the new season which I haven't watched and I probably will not.
So it's kind of like Ready Player One-ish. Like they're like VR or something.
Yeah, it's like
in a
VR.
video
And
game.
like the first half of season 1, they're like trapped in it. Everything else,
I don't
they're
know.
not.
That sounds pretty tacky to me to just like throw it in as like, oh my god, the boss is so bad he raped someone. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
Yep, there it is.
but I mean, not necessarily an awful anime, but it's not great.
What's the worst anime you've ever seen?
There's one anime called like Arufutare that I watched like 4 episodes of, and it was fucking awful. It fucking
Was it the one that you said like the art style was super trash?
no, it's not art style. What
What was the one that you said the art style was trash?
I have no clue. I don't know what
You're
art
like
style.
you're like this. Everyone looks so retarded in this.
I don't know. In that show, it's just the writing. It seems like it's been written by a fucking like edgy 12-year-old. It's like the main character is like fucking super badass. He's like bipolar. Half the time he's like a killer. I'm gonna kill you. Fuck everything. The other time he's like super caring. He's a lolly vampire girlfriend that's 1,000 years old.
Jesus.
There's this other like big titty fucking
So
elf lady
fucking
that
stupid.
only wants to fuck him. He fucking it like at the start of the show. It's like, oh, you know, they're in a fantasy world, but then like an episode later, he's like, oh, he's making guns and he's fucking riding on motorcycles. It's awful. It's so poorly written. I got like 5
Wait, what's it
episodes
called?
through. Like Arufutare, or like something
Yeah.
retarded like that. It's such a bad fucking show, but it got super fucking popular for no reason. So
Yeah.
just because edgy
Yeah.
12-year-olds.
All right. I think we could cut it off there. I think we've
Yeah.
covered a lot of
That was
bases.
solid.
If thank you for listening. If somehow you've listened this far,
Bye.
goodbye.
Thanks.